I stayed at a mate's Airbnb property at the entrance, New South Wales. And the question that crossed my mind is, if you own an investment property, is it
So to Airbnb or not? So let's look at the house that's built at the entrance about 8 years ago. So this block of land, there's a house. It costs about $350 to purchase the entire land, back days, and the bill was $400. So in total it was $750K.
So obviously, we have a long weekend and I'm staying here at the moment. This is the second story mezzanine. And then this second story has about 3 bedrooms, as you can see. And then we go down to the ground floor.
For the entire build. And this includes the granny flat as well.
And it has a pretty big backyard. And at the back is the actual granny flat. It looks pretty nice, eh?
In today's market value, this whole site would be worth $1.2 million. Now let's take a look at the home loan. Home loan is about 80% of $750K, which is about $600K. Interest rate is 4.5% interest only, variable, and the repayment per week is $520 per week. Now the owner here of this Airbnb property, if they were to normally lease it out per week, they'll probably get $850 to $900 per week for this house. Currently, this granny flat is getting $500 per week currently. That's about $26,000 per year on a 12-month lease. And if he were to do this house on a 12-month lease, it probably will attract 4 to 6% management fee. Now let's look at Airbnb. Currently, by the time that we stayed here, it will cost us about $875 per day to lease this property. Now, obviously, my mate rented this place and I know my mate. So the whole place for 4 days was only $1,000. So we got a really good deal.
My kids are having a blast at the moment. It has Wi-Fi, Netflix, the whole lot. And it is a self-serving house, as you can see, the laundry and the extra bedroom. The community actually knows my mate is doing Airbnb and they're very, very helpful. And the street is very quiet.
But non-mates rates, you're looking about $875 per day. The agent, really good. The agents love Airbnb because they get 25% cut of the day's taking. And this includes the Airbnb 3% flat fee. And this is where we see the difference between the agent service versus the agent service who attracts a 4 to 6% management fee. The agents who manage an Airbnb, they are 24/7 availability. Like we literally rocked up at like 10 p.m. at night and then we were having trouble with the lock. Like we couldn't get in. Picked up the phone. That guy came in about 30 minutes. But hey, if you're an agent managing Airbnb and you have like a ton of this, 25% cut, that's really good. So this owner of this Airbnb property averages $1,000 to $1,500 per week. And yes, it's seasonal, but hey, he's saying out of the 52 weeks, about 38 to 40 weeks, even sometimes 45 weeks, it's booked out. Let's look at his turnover. If he books it out $1,000 per week, sometimes, like I said, $1,500 per week, but let's be conservative. If he books out for 40 weeks out of the whole year, that's $40K per year. Plus he gets a lease on the granny flat, which is right now signed for 12 months, $500 per week, that's $26,000. He gets $66,000 per year. That's about 8.8% yield on this property that is only worth and purchased at $750K. Like, whoa, that's a good investment.
And we went to local Century 21 and current properties are selling at $495 and the rent is pretty good, $380 per week. Maybe I should look into buying something at the entrance for investment wise. I mean, it's such a tourist attraction and it's really great for Airbnb. And now I know why it's such a tourist hotspot for city-siders and interstates. So would you Airbnb? Let me know in the comments.